Hello my friends. My name is Bot Mathematician and this is Holomancer.
Also, Chief Investigative Reporter Dora joined us this evening.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
We've decided to get back to exploring Hearthstone packs after a long break. In this video, we have identified the best options for investing your resources. We promise that the results will be unexpected.
To be honest, we did not expect such significant changes in the packs that radically changed the priority of the purchase. Moreover, during the calculations, we discovered an interesting anomaly.
Guys, let me guess, the best option to buy is the new Titan packs. As always, the last expansion takes precedence, especially if it has enough impact on the metagame.
It's not that simple, Dora. Despite the success of a new set, this is not the best option to buy. Dear friends, as you know, we have been researching packs for several years and sharing our reports with you so that you can rationally invest your resources. Unfortunately, due to military aggression, the previous form for making calculations was lost. This forced me to make new calculations and subsequently completely change the approach and develop a new method, which is essentially a benchmark for determining the most profitable option to buy. Moreover, the new approach made it possible to accurately prioritize purchases.
We have named the new method the benefit factor, but feel free to suggest your name in the comments. Here's how it works. Each set contains a specific number of useful cards. Knowing the drop rates, we can determine how many useful and completely useless cards you can find in your pack. We multiply the number of useful cards by the cost of crafting. In our case, win rate does not affect the usefulness of the card. Then, we multiply the number of useless cards by the cost of disenchanting. The sum of these two values is the benefit factor. Our approach allows you to accurately determine the benefits of buying a particular option in the shop.
Okay guys, but Hearthstone packs have uneven value. For example, a pack in which a player has found a legendary card dramatically increases its value compared to a pack where a rare card is the most valuable. Is your benchmark capable of displaying this?
Well noted, Dora. The benefit factor is based on averages. It does not guarantee that your next pack will bring you a specific value, but the more packs you open, the more your real value will meet the benefit factor.
Let's jump right into the results and start with the worst option. In 11th place is the Path of Arthas. This is an exclusive mini-set created especially for the Death Knight. For the first time, the Hearthstone team forced us to make an additional purchase to unlock full access to a new class. But it was an extremely bad offer. All three legendary cards have completely lost their usefulness after just a few months. At the moment, the popularity of the set is slightly more than 1%. This means that only every 100th card in meta decks belongs to this mini-set. 4 common cards, 2 rares remain useful as well as the epic Blood Boil spell, which is the most valuable card in this set. This means that useless cards have a value in the form of disenchant dust. So how bad is this option to buy? To determine the benefit factor, we need to compare mini-sets with the cost of one pack. Thus, for every 100 golden coins, you will receive only 172 conditional dust, of which only 76 dust are the nominal value of crafting useful cards and 96 for disenchanting useless cards. This is an extremely bad result. But this does not mean that this offer is completely hopeless. A unique feature of the benefit factor is the ability to demonstrate the order of purchase. In some cases, buying this terrible mini-set will be more profitable than buying packs. We'll talk about priority a bit later.
Let me announce the following result. Buying Voyage to the Sunken City packs is another bad option. The set contains 29 legendary cards, 17 are useful but only 12 of them have popularity above 1%. This means that the other 5 cards are useful, but extremely niche. In general, only 38% of the cards remain useful at the moment. The benefit factor of the first 5 packs is 440 dust. This figure is disproportionately high as these packs contain a guaranteed legendary card on average. The 6th pack will bring you almost half the benefit, only 225 dust for 100 gold coins. Then after the 35th pack, there will be another decrease in the benefit factor, as you collect all the common cards. Your profit will be stable until the next decrease at the 85th pack, since you will get all the rare cards and the chance of finding a useful epic or legendary card will be quite small. After 235 packs your benefit factor will be only 148 dust. You will have collected all the epic cards and your packs will almost always contain duplicates that are equivalent to the cost of disenchanting. The guys put really a lot of effort into collecting and interpreting this data. Your activity, likes and support will be the best reward.
Pay attention to an important nuance. If the set consists only of useful cards, then starting from the 6th pack, until you collect all the common cards, your benefit factor will be approximately 400 dust. This is the maximum value. If the set consists of extremely useless cards, or you keep opening packs, after completing this collection, then your permanent benefit will be a little over 100 dust. This is the minimum value.
And a few words about the anomaly. Cards from mini-sets tend to have a negative impact on the main packs. For example, cards from Throne of the Tides made buying Sunken City packs less profitable. This means that if you first purchase the mini-set, and only after that you start opening Sunken City packs, then the benefit factor will increase by about 5%. Moreover, the increase in the set means that players need to open 30 more packs in order to get all the common and rare cards. Looks like we found another downside to the mini-set concept.
Let's move on to the next option. Festival of Legends is rapidly losing its usefulness. Let's be honest, this set was never the best option to buy even after release. But such a significant loss of usefulness after only 4 months surprised even us. Only 45% of the cards are used for deck building. The main drawback of the set is the record low number of useful epic cards, which has a negative impact on the benefit factor. For this reason, the 95th pack will bring you less than 160 dust.
Standard packs are only in 8th place. We get these packs most often as activity rewards, and as you can see, they are far from the best option even for new or returning players. You need to open a huge number of packs in order to collect cards of a certain rarity. You will get much more benefits if you correctly distribute your resources among other offers in the shop.
By purchasing Murder at Castle Nathria packs, you will get a little more benefits. Despite the fact that the set has been in the meta for more than a year, its relevance remains relatively high, although half of the cards are already useless. The presence of cards from the mini-set reduced the benefit from buying the first 84 packs by 10%.
Next in line is March of the Lich King. The mini-set also worsened the statistics of these packs, but not so much. It is worth noting that since the release of this expansion, the game has seen an increase in cards in sets due to the addition of the 11th class. Given the cards from the mini-set, you need to open 36 packs to get all the common cards and 94 packs to get all the rare cards. Please note that starting from the 95th pack, your benefit will be approximately 10 dust higher compared to previous packs. Very good result.
In 5th place is the Throne of the Tides mini-set. Less than 30% of the cards in the set remain useful, which makes this offer one of the worst in terms of replenishing the collection. The only advantage of this set is the presence of 2 niche legendary cards, with very low popularity, which create the main nominal value of this offer. Even though this mini-set hurt the stats of the main Sunken City set, as a 2000 gold option it definitely has more advantages. If there are at least 2 useful legendary cards in a mini-set, it can't be bad.
What follows is a big surprise. The new Titans expansion is the best option to buy among the packs, but not the best deal in the store. Even despite the lack of a mini-set, the new expansion failed to take the lead. Too many cards are useless even after release. Despite this, after the 65th pack you will receive the biggest benefit for a very long time. What makes this option extremely attractive for investing a large amount of resources? On top of that, the first packs are likely to give you the most value until you find your first guaranteed legendary card, since almost all legendary cards are relatively useful.
As you may have guessed, the mini-sets are at the top. The advantage of Audiopocalypse will be equivalent to 376 conventional dust. Imagine that you decide to buy 20 packs that will have this stable value. It's too much a benefit to ignore.
The benefit factor of the More and Order mini-set is 412 conditional dust. Even though only 34% of the cards are used for deck building, all 4 legendary cards are still useful, although only 2 of them have popularity above 1%.
Finally, with very little margin, the Return to Naxxrama's mini-set wins this race. Despite the fact that only 3 legendary cards are useful, the set contains 2 copies of a useful epic card. In addition, more than half of the cards are currently useful. Your benefit factor for 100 gold coins will be 425 conditional dust, which is almost commensurate with some packs that contain the first guaranteed legendary card. Dear viewers, before we continue, I want to address you. As you know, Blizzard introduced the first wild-only set called Caverns of Time, which, in my opinion, is more like a set for the Twist format than for the Wild. Should we talk about these packs and the concept of exclusive sets in general? If you think this topic is important, please let us know in the comments.
Guys, let me summarize and based on your data try to prioritize purchases. The earlier you buy the Return to Naxxrama's, Maw and Order and Audiopocalypse mini-sets, the more benefits you will get. Firstly, these sets contain a fairly large number of useful cards, some of which are legendary. Secondly, you will get a large number of cards that can be turned into dust. Thirdly, the purchase of mini-sets, as a rule, will increase the benefit from opening the main packs by several %. Then you should open several packs of each expansion until you find the first guaranteed legendary card. By the way, in order to have detailed data on the number of packs of each expansion you have already opened, which you can compare with our purchase priority table, you can use the detracker from firestoneapp.com. After that, you should collect the entire collection of common cards from the Titans expansion and Murder at Castle Nathria. Only after that, you can consider buying a Throne of the Tides miniset or getting a collection of common cards from March of the Lich King. Then, you should return to the Titans packs to collect all the rare cards, and you can complete the collection of common cards for the Festival of Legends and Voyage to the Sunken City expansions. Once you've done that, it's most profitable to continue collecting rare cards in the rest of the sets on the list. Note that buying a Path of Arthas miniset is less profitable than collecting epic cards from the Titans expansion. This situation demonstrates very well that buying a useless mini-set just for disenchanting is a terrible idea. We do not recommend that you invest resources in standard packs. Use this sequence to get the maximum benefit.
To be honest, we underestimated the importance of old minisets appearing in the Hearthstone store. It's great that Blizzard made this option available, including for new and returning players. At the same time, this does not negate the fact that mini-sets significantly increase the cost of the game specifically for this category of players.
Of course, in order to start or return to Hearthstone, you do not need to buy such an insane amount of packs. Without all these purchases you will be competitive. You will get a lot of benefits if you complete a little more than a third of these points. If you can't purchase mini-sets with money or gold, then skip them, at least for a while, and continue to buy other packs following our table.
If this video gets a lot of likes we will continue to post reports for each expansion phase, so you have time to adapt.
As always, we have prepared a traditional question for you.
Have you managed to collect a complete collection of all Hearthstone cards, including useless ones?
Share your thoughts in the comments and join the polls in the community tab.
Finally, we want to express our boundless gratitude to our sponsors. Dear friends, your support is invaluable. Many thanks to each of you.
We also want to welcome new subscribers to our Mathematician Squad. We only see nicknames of public users who have not hidden the subscription section on their channel, but we are grateful to everyone for joining.
Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for spending this time with us. We really hope that we will have the opportunity to get in touch in the next video.
Take care of yourself.
And never give up.
Job's done.